Right, so for today, we are actually doing this topic, okay, or shall I say the subtopics. That means we are going on to look at distillation, okay, chromatography, okay, and there's another part talking about obtaining pure water. It's more like a fractional distillation kind of thing, right? So not too sure how many of you, because we have new students here, right? Maybe can you just like share with me, okay, by giving a thumbs up, or you can type in the chat, okay, whether you are doing this topic now in school. Okay, that means should be last week. Last week. Have you done it? Okay, or not yet? Yep. It's good to let me know. Okay, Marcus, not yet, right? Okay. Thank you, Marcus, for sending me this message. Okay. Because we started on this topic last week. In fact, even the week before, we were talking about solution suspension. Okay, that means you also have not done this topic. Have you done elements, mixtures, compounds? Yeah. So after that part of your science topic, you should be doing the separation technique. Why do you need to do separation? Okay, maybe I explain very quickly. Now, elements and compounds are pure substances. All right? Elements and compounds are pure substances. Mixtures are not pure. Right? So how do we actually obtain pure substance from a mixture? So for example, salt plus water, I get salt solution. Okay, so salt solution, I want to get back my water again, or I want to get back my salt. Depending on what I want, I will be choosing the correct separation technique. For example, like if I want to get my salt, I will carry out evaporation to dryness. If I want water instead, okay, then I will need to carry out distillation. Okay, yeah. And the purpose of having separation techniques in our life is quite simple. Okay, you know that the food that we eat, the medicine that we take, all needs to be clean and pure. We are not going to take other impurities into our bodies, right? So if you have seen this before, put up your hand. This is quite an important document, and we can all get this actually from the internet. Have not seen this? This is from MOE. I only take a screenshot from this section to talk about what you are learning. Okay, this document, maybe I send it in the group chat. Let your parents take a look at the document, okay? Let your parents take a look at the document. You yourself also need to refer to it, right? It's the science syllabus from the MOE website. So let me just save it. Okay, I'll put it in the chat box, yeah? If you can see it and you can download it, let me know. Okay, can you get it? It should be in the chat now. So it's nothing secretive. Actually, you have access to this, but you don't know about it. Yeah. So in lower secondary, you are expected to learn all these topics. So if you look at page 36, that PDF document that I just sent you, if you look at page 36, you will see what we are doing at the moment, right? We are actually exploring diversity of matter using separation technique. So you are going to base on physical properties and chemical composition of matter to actually decide which separation technique you're going to choose in order to get the different components. Okay, so last lesson.
I have nothing in the chat.
Huh? You can't see anything in the chat? How many of you can get it? Let me know.
I've received the file that you were talking about. It says 2021 science syllabus, lower secondary.
Yeah, that's the one. Zhishen, can you see it? It should be in the chat. It's a PDF document.
There's absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Okay, let me try to send to you personally. All right. So don't worry if you don't get it. Okay, what I can do is I can email to you. Okay, I'll send personal one to you. Oh, I can't send personal one. I can only do it together. Okay, new students who just joined us, all right, can you check that you can actually download this science syllabus lower secondary from the chat box, like Janelle, Mei Qi, and Marcus. Can, Marcus can, good. Marcus, turn on the camera. Janelle also, Mei Qi also, welcome to class. I know you are new and today is your trial lesson. Okay. So this document is important. If you were to look at the other pages, I'm not going through other pages with you. All right. Okay, Ken, Janelle. I'm not going through the other pages with you, but you need to know. Okay, we have already covered last lesson. Magnetic attraction. So we use magnetic attraction to separate magnetic material from a mixture. We also talk about filtration, right? And we have also done evaporation. We did something else also. We call it crystallization. So I taught something extra, yeah, because we were also going through certain substances that will actually decompose on heating, right? So we cannot heat all the way to dryness to get that substance, not like salt. Salt is actually easy. Okay, we just heat salt water all the way until it's dry, then we get our salt back. But crystallization helps us to get back substances that decompose on heating, like sugar, okay? So today we have distillation as well as paper chromatography to be finished. So we need to go through those two topics, okay? I'm going to show you a very quick video. All right, this is going to show you how distillation is being carried out. Yeah. So I will also be sending you some videos for you to watch, especially those of you who missed out the lesson, right? Okay, because I cannot be reteaching again the topics. So if you can see what I've sent the link, this is for last week's topic. So you have filtration, evaporation, and crystallization covered there. Yeah, but don't watch it now. Now you're going to watch this video about distillation. Okay. Right. So you saw the video just now. Okay, you saw the video just now. That's just the setup. I don't need you to learn about the fractional distillation part, how it is being separated, etc., etc. Okay, because that one you're going to learn in Sec 3. But you just need to know for fractional distillation, okay, you are actually separating liquids. Okay, you are separating the liquids, okay, that have close boiling point. It was mentioned earlier. Okay, now let me just very quickly run through some slides with you, okay, for your own understanding. Okay, a very quick one before we start the questions. Okay, so let me share the slides now. All right, can see the slides. Okay, you can take screenshot also if you wish to. Okay, rather than copy down. So it's going to take a while if you copy. Okay, just now I also told you very quickly, right? Pure substances are elements and compounds, isn't it? Yep, so examples of compounds are sugar, water, carbon dioxide. Examples of elements, you have copper, you have mercury, you have oxygen. These are just some examples, okay? Then, in nature, very few substances are found pure. This you got to know, okay? So most of them exist as mixtures, okay, containing two or more substances. It can be granite, it can be like air, it can be like seawater. Just some common examples that we extract a lot of minerals and other substances from. So why the need for pure substances? Okay, whatever they were eating into our body, we don't want to have contamination, pesticides. Okay, this will be actually further elaborated when we do chromatography. Yeah, then to make useful products like drugs, okay, chemists also need pure substances to study properties and reactions. Yeah, and then, okay, so how do we differentiate pure substances from mixtures? Pure substances, take note, they have fixed melting boiling point. Yeah, and then mixtures do not have fixed melting boiling point. Impurities actually will lower melting point and make boiling point higher. Okay. Now, this is also covered last time, okay, the last two lessons. Solute plus solvent gives me solution. Example, let's say it's salt, okay, dissolved in, let's say, water, then I get salt solution. Okay, so filtration, we covered last lesson. All right, filtration. If I'm too fast, you want to take screenshot, let me know, okay? Right, filtration is to actually, okay, separate insoluble solid from a liquid. For example, we want to get rid of sand, okay, from the mixture of sand and water. Or to separate two solids, one is soluble, one is insoluble, all right? Like, for example, sand and salt. So there are extra steps to be taken in this case in order for us to separate out the salt and the sand. Working principle, large particles does not pass through filter paper. Okay, small particles passes through the filter paper. So this is just a working principle. Yeah, very obvious, quite simple actually. Yep, so the sand cannot pass through. So sand will be trapped in the filter paper. For example, this particular diagram. So this is the setup for filtration. Okay, we usually have our filter funnel. In the filter funnel, we put this filter paper folded into a cone shape, right? And then at the bottom, we have an empty beaker. So as I pour the mixture into this filter paper, all right, water, for example, if it's sand and water, water passes through easily. Sand being too big in terms of size, okay, it will get trapped in the filter paper. We call sand the residue. Important word. Okay, I think I already highlighted before, but take note here. For filtration, you need to know how to label these words. Yeah. Residue is the one trapped in the filter paper, and then you have the filtrate. That's the liquid that passes through the filter paper. How to remember filtrate? Okay, it came from the word filtration. All right. So later on, you'll see distillation, right? So the liquid that comes out is called the distillate. Distillation, distillate. Filtration, filtrate. Okay, just a cartoon. All right. So very quickly, let's go on. So the mixture is poured onto the filter paper. Solid will be trapped as residue. Liquid passes through as filtrate. Okay, that's just the very simple filtration that we are carrying out. So that's an extra step, okay, to carry out if, let's say, we have solution rather than just pure water. Like, for example, sugar solution. Okay, then we need to carry out crystallization. In the science lab, you commonly will be separating things like, sand, copper sulfate, okay, and sand with other mixtures. Yep, so sand is the one that you filter out. And then if you want to get back your copper sulfate, then of course you will need to carry out crystallization. So this is crystallization. Okay, we use it to recover the solute, which is the solid. This solid is soluble in the solvent. Working principle, okay, only pure substance will crystallize. Very interesting. Yeah, and we carry out crystallization mostly on salts that are heat unstable in that sense. So they decompose upon heating. They decompose upon heating. So these are the steps that we carry out. And actually for Enlak, right? Enlak, Zishan, Jude, you remember last week's lesson, I gave a piece of homework. So this is actually the steps you need to take. Okay, these are the steps you need to take to separate